Hello, everybody, and welcome to another bonus episode of Butterscotch Rewatch. Today we're doing It's Florida Man number
It's
five
Florida
and six.
Man.
Yep, number 5 and number 6, and that is Bunnies and Mugshot.
Yeah, we're wrapping up season 1. I'm actually kinda sad that we're done with the first season after this.
Yeah, yeah. So, just like every Florida Man, it begins with the saying, "What you're about to see may be dangerous, illegal, unethical, petty, misguided, immoral, and most definitely stupid. But it's also all true." Sort of. So that starts. And you know who does that? Who does that voiceover?
Who?
It's Stephen Root. I can never say Root or Root. I don't know. It's like Midwest or
Okay.
not. However, you're
Yeah.
supposed to say it. He is
Oh.
the Red Stapler, Office Space. Have you seen my Red Stapler? That guy?
Have you seen my stapler?
Yeah, the man in what is it?
Wow,
The
I didn't
Man in the
know
High
that.
Castle. He was in Man in High Castle, which I love that
Oh, I
show.
do remember that
But they
show.
ruined it. But they ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good that first
They
season.
ruin a lot of good shows,
Mhm.
I think, that we've seen. Like,
Yeah.
remember when I was rewatching Prodigal Son, and then I texted you, and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot that it ended so terribly. Why did I
So
watch this
bad,
again?"
yeah.
Because I love it so much, like, that
Mhm.
episode and whoever that actor is, I always forget his name. I literally am obsessed with him, but
Yeah.
he's not in, like, anything else for
No,
me to
he's so good.
watch.
Yeah, he was Jesus in Walking Dead. That's why I was like, that's when I stopped watching it,
Yeah.
when his death came. Spoiler alert from 15 years
From what?
ago.
I was gonna say from 2011.
I was so mad about I was like, "That's the last straw. That's it. Once you kill
Yeah.
him off." I enjoyed
I
him so much, so
forgot. Yeah, but,
yeah.
like, recently, though, he's not in, like, any new anything, really. It's,
Mhm.
like, just
No.
minor stuff. Cause I love to just follow characters. Like, I love just be like, "Oh, I love this actor. I'm gonna watch it, even if it's bad or not," but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're definitely chilling for this recording. I got
Yeah.
my Oscar the Grouch
Well,
shirt on. My hair's
yeah,
just
I
up.
got my Death Becomes Her because we saw it on
Right.
Broadway.
Yes, we did.
That was
Yep.
amazing.
Yep, and we're going to see Chicago
Ugh.
eventually, and
Chicago, trying to see The Outsiders, too, because it's a
mhm,
Tony Award winning.
yep, and we
Ugh.
are gonna go see Lucy Darling, which I'm very excited about.
Yes,
If you don't know who she is, she's
we have
great.
a lineup. We're gonna go see Lucy Darling, we're gonna see Lily Allen, we're gonna go see Chicago,
Mhm,
we've got quite a lineup this year.
yeah, we're really, really stepping out.
I know, right? I mean, I'm
Uh,
always out,
yeah, you are.
but
I'm always in pajamas and, like
there is nothing wrong with that. I wish sometimes I was just in pajamas. That's why when I have a day off, I literally just, like, rot on the couch the entire time.
Mm, yeah, I bought that viral Mellow comforter.
I've seen those
Oh my
everywhere.
god, it's the greatest thing I've ever bought. It
Is
is
it, like, cooling too, or no? Is it just, like,
um,
soft?
I don't get hot when I sleep
Well
with
well, you
it.
don't sweat anyway. She doesn't
Yeah,
sweat or, like, get warm, it seems.
but I get really hot when I sleep, though. I can get
Oh,
really hot when
okay.
I sleep. Yeah, for some reason, I'm like the
Yeah, I
Human
was like,
Torch when I
that's
sleep.
I was just gonna say that's when your body's just, like, recalibrating.
Yeah. And yeah, so, and your dad is always freezing. He has like 15 comforters on him, and he's like, "I want to share
Right.
blankets."
And he's wearing, like,
Uh,
socks to bed, and you're like, "What the hell
mhm.
is going on
Yeah,
here?"
he's wearing pants, and I'm like wearing a tank top, and
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it is the most comfortable. Like it's so
Okay.
like you want to just like cuddle in it all. It's so fluffy.
Yeah.
Like it's
I'm
so
gonna have to
fluffy.
get one.
Yeah, I
I
have a
see him
20% off
everywhere.
coupon if you want.
Ooh. Alright. Yeah, use code Katie. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no, no, I wish we were big enough to be sponsored by them because I would sell
Oh, that would be
everybody on the
sick.
street I'd see one because it's so great.
Literally. You know who
Um,
should sponsor us is, like, Tums. Feel like I want, like all these people are like, "I want a Miu Miu, like, sponsorship," or, "I want, like, a Sephora sponsorship." We just want, like,
Tums,
Tums.
arthritis medicine,
Right.
headache medicine.
Oh, I was say Excedrin migraine, 100% Excedrin, and, like, Biofreeze
Right
would be
by
great.
yes. They're like,
Or, like, the
uh
Dr. Scholl's orthopedic foot soles, like
yes. We're the new Golden Girls.
Oh my god, it's so
Oh
bad.
my gosh.
25 years old and I'm just I
Oh.
old lady.
When you go to the doctor and like, let's try some arthritis medicine to help you
Oh,
because the over the counter is not working.
yeah. Your
Awesome.
Tylenol and Advil is not working, sorry.
Awesome.
God.
Well, anyways,
Well, let's talk about some bunnies.
let's talk about some bunnies. Yes. Um, so anyway, totally got off track, but that's what ADHD does to you. Um, so yeah, so this is Bunnies. This is episode 5 from season 1. There are a couple famous people in it. Juliette Lewis is in it. She's great in it. Betsy Sidaro, she's the one, that we were talking about earlier. She is in the show Ghosts. I don't know if you watch Ghosts.
Mm,
That's one of my favorite
so
shows.
good.
She is one of the she's like the main basement ghost, Nancy. So that's who she's and she's really great in this. She always
She's one
plays,
of
like,
those people where
outlandish.
she's like yes, like, she's, like, the most eccentric character, but she's been in, like, everything, but I can only name, like, one thing that she was
Mhm.
in. But
Yeah.
I know for sure that she's in, like, a bunch of stuff, like and I think that she's in, like, a lot of comedy sketches, like, on YouTube and stuff
Yeah.
like that too, so
Yeah, and who's
she's
the
really
guy
funny.
from, New Girl? What's his name?
Jake Johnson, I
Jake
think,
Johnson.
right?
Yes. Okay, I was like, Ben?
I
Jake.
I literally I was watching it and I'm like, "Oh my god, Nick!" Oh, I love New
Uh,
Girl so much.
yeah. So this takes place on okay, well, we all know I can't pronounce things, so I'm gonna just gonna stop saying that. Janaida
Yeah,
Isle in Florida. So
yeah.
it's literally like basically an island. There's only one way in and out of this place. It's probably more of like a peninsula, I would say maybe. Because if
Mhm.
you can drive to it, it can't be an island, right? Well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess it could have a bridge, whatever. Okay, anyways, thinking about
You know,
that.
Florida and their long bridges.
It's Florida, man.
It is Florida, man.
Um, so it always starts out with a reenactment, usually, and this is where we see 2 women driving a van, and it says Rabbit Rescue on their T-shirts. The voice says that they drive through the community around 6:30 AM. They're waving to the people, so it shows this is, the Betsy Sidaro, waving. She's like, "Hey," she's got her sunglasses on. She's like, "Hey, everybody." And, as they're going
Oh.
through this this community, one woman drops her coffee cup on the ground as they pass. She's like, and it like slowly drops and breaks. A man is like peering out the window, like, get off my lawn. And then as the women get out the van, we see 3 elderly people walking up to them. And the woman in the middle is literally carrying a gun and she's like all over with the gun, like,
Yeah, they're
"You're
like,
gonna
"There was
shoot."
even a lady that waved a gun at us," and she literally
Yeah.
had a pistol in her hand, like, "Hello, where'd you get that 5.7 from, girl?"
And in old people fashion. It's get off my property. If you come
Mhm.
here, I will shoot you. They are on a public street, for one, but it's one of those, you ain't belonging here, so don't come in here. We don't want
Yeah.
none of you here. So, yeah, it's definitely that kind of situation. And then one of the rescue volunteers says, we're just going to get out of here and grab our things. So they're like slowly backing up and they grab
Yeah,
the
you're like,
cages and they go to, put it in the van. And here comes a Corvette speeding around the corner, Ireland.
Yeah, so then the way that they describe it, they go, "Well, then a man gets out and he has a machine gun and outside his Corvette, and all you hear him say is like, 'I don't want you guys taking those bunnies are mine.'" And he's
Yeah.
like he's literally pointing the machine gun at
Machine
the
gun at them.
girls.
Yeah. And when he says, like, those bunnies are mine, it's like slow
And
mo.
it's
Just
like,
like, and he's dressed
yeah.
like he's from the Book of Mormon because he's got like a white shirt with like the tie, the
Yes,
black
and his
tie.
glasses, and he has, like, longer hair too in that, like, reenactment. I'm like, "What the heck?"
It's just great. Um, so now cut away from the reenactment, which we'll revisit later.
Mhm.
Um, we hear from Alicia. Alicia lives on the island, and she says there's only one way in, one way out. There are 81 houses, and everybody knows everybody, so everybody knows everybody's business. It
Mhm.
seems to be an older community.
I would say everybody every time they interview somebody, they're like, "I've lived here for 39 years.
Mhm.
I've lived here for 35 years." Like, everybody has been there for a long time.
Yeah. And a couple years ago, there was a woman who had lived there. She had a couple pet rabbits, and she was not a responsible pet owner. And then it cuts to like the
In the
actress holding,
reenactment,
yeah, and
she
she's
literally
like,
is holding a rabbit and she goes, "I am not a responsible pet owner."
right,
It's,
and
oh god, I don't know her name
she's
either,
from
but
something too.
she's in The Big Bang Theory. She's the one that takes over the comic book store with Stewart, like the
Okay.
nerdy tall girl, but she's in a billion things
She
too.
is. Yeah, she says, I'm not a responsible pet owner." And then, she goes, "I'm a sociopath."
Oh, that's right.
She says, the reenactment actress says
At
that.
least she's self-aware.
Yeah. So Alicia says so when she moved out, she just left the pet bunnies in the lawn and just took off, so it shows the lady just taking off and these 2 bunnies and we all know bunnies can quickly procreate. They happen to
Mhm.
be a female bunny and a male bunny. So those 2 bunnies turned into hundreds and
I
hundreds
was
of
gonna say
babies.
because they can give birth to, like, 10 to 12 bunnies every single time,
Yeah, and she
and
said
it's
it's
a
like
quick turnaround
every
too, like,
month
every
they can
month.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they still continue. You can hear your dad now. So if you hear something in the background, that's my husband playing
He's just playing Call of Duty.
modern
Oh,
warfare,
he's playing
whatever it's
Modern
called.
Warfare.
Well, I don't know the difference. Call of Duty, I don't know. It's whatever.
There's all these different like, categories of those
Yeah.
first-person shooter games.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
okay, at least he's not watching The Burnt Peanut. There's a streamer called The Burnt Peanut, and he
okay.
literally has a filter of a peanut, and he plays Arc Raiders, and he just, like, rages on there, and Nick falls asleep to him, like, every night. Literally, I was like,
Nice.
I there's no way, but apparently it's a universal thing because my entire group chat for my teacher group chat, they're all like, "My boyfriend's watching The Burnt Peanut." My friend Jenna literally texted me, "Oh my god, Ethan's watching The Peanut, guys." I was like, "I feel your pain."
It's funny. So yeah, so she left the bunnies. They continue to multiply to this day. There are about
Mhm.
110 rabbits, and they just, like she said, just keep multiplying. Alicia wanted them to be rescued since they're kind of fending for themselves. They're just all over the place. I mean, there's
And
nothing.
they're not wild rabbits. She
Mm-mm.
had domestic rabbits that
Mhm.
when they were born, they're used to humans and all these things. So,
Yeah.
and I think in the show they actually say like the awareness is kind of bred out of the bunnies. Like they are prey, but they have no idea that they're prey. Like they have
Right.
no what's it called? Like warning almost.
Yeah,
Like
like
they're just like
sense of fear. They
happy
have
to
no
be
fear. They
there.
have no sense of fear.
Yes,
Like
they and they don't really fend for themselves or anything like that because they're just
mhm.
domesticated already.
Yeah, there's
So
nothing stopping them from getting hit by cars, people backing out, because 'cause they're just all over
exactly.
the place. I'm sure
Have
there's
you seen
golf
these old
carts.
people drive? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
there's
me?
definitely golf carts. Yeah, the way they drive,
Yeah.
they can't even see when they back up, I'm sure, like, oh,
No.
that would just be awful to see that. So Alicia, she wants them to be rescued since, they're fending for themselves.
Mhm.
No rescue place will come to take this amount of rabbits. They just don't have the room, obviously. She calls Kim. So Kim is a wealthy socialite who has a sanctuary for rabbits. She lives in Palm Beach. She's wearing a Save the Bunnies t-shirt. It is neon green. It is this color, and it
Mhm.
says Save the Bunnies. Um, and she's a proud proud animal rescue person is what she calls herself. She
Mhm.
says that there have been times that her 8-bedroom and 9-bathroom mansion have been filled with bunnies. She has a
Honestly,
$20 million home.
what does it feel to live my dream?
Mhm.
I would love that. Like when she's literally touring her mansion, she's like, "Oh, and there's Snuffleupagus in the corner, and then oh, there's Kenny, and then there's like Hash Brown." I'm like, "Girl, look at all these rabbits," and you know that she took the
Mhm.
time to look at each one of them in the eye and name each every single one of them, and she
Yes.
knows them all.
Yeah. And they're allowed to go anywhere.
They're just vibing.
Yeah, and Leisha wants us to know that, since Kim is wealthy and she just loves to be the center of attention, she knows a lot of people and she can get things done because she's a socialite.
Mhm.
So that's what she does. She mingles and throws, banquets and you know,
Like we
um,
have no idea how this lady got a $20 million mansion. No idea. She's just a socialite, but
mhm.
she's doing great things for those rabbits.
And it continues with Kim telling us that she has been obsessed with rabbits since she was 3. Reenactment. It shows Juliette Lewis, who will be playing Kim in this, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Um, she's got the green shirt on that Save the Bunnies, and she's like crouched down on the ground next to a big bunny, and she's like, "You like that grass? I like grass too. Let's smell the grass together." And then she's like, they smell the grass."
This reminds me of like when people like when my dog isn't eating her food or something like that. I'm like, oh, doesn't this look so good? Yum yum yum. Like, like what we do for our animals.
I
Oh my
know. Yeah,
gosh, that's
yeah.
so
When
funny.
the baby talk. How you
Yeah.
feeling? Are you tired? Oh, big stretch.
Oh, big
Big stretch.
yawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so Kim again, is telling us all about the bunnies. They wake up at 4 a.m. and since they're nocturnal, around this time, it seems to be like in the morning, maybe like 10 in the morning
Mhm.
or something like that. They like to lounge around on the veranda. In the master bedroom, she tells us Wolfman Jack and Shorty are lounging on
Oh,
the bed. And they're just literally on this bed.
man,
They are
Jack. It's a
cool as a
king
cucumber.
size bed. Like,
Yes.
if it's not a California king, it's a king. And these bunnies, she literally walks in and it's like, "Oh, there they are, lounging
They're
in the bed." Like,
yeah.
they're like, "Am I interrupting something?"
She's like, "Banana treat?" And she's carrying, like, a whole banana, like, they're just gonna
It's a
eat a little
whole
bit. "Banana
banana.
treat?" And then none
She
of them
drops
come.
it and the rabbit, like, lunges
Yeah,
at it and
after
gets
she
it.
drops it, yeah. Um,
Yes.
she would also like us to know, that her husband isn't here because he is in the investment world and wouldn't want people knowing that his bunny Shorty sleeps with him in the bed every night. Pretty sure people are gonna find out.
There's no judgment.
No judgment, dude. Wow. I mean, you're saving bunnies. There should be no
It's
judgment.
so cute.
Like,
Like,
dude,
people don't sleep with their dogs in the bed. I'd
I
sleep with a
know.
rabbit too if it was, like, one of those big fluffy ones.
Yeah.
So cute.
Barkley loves that damn mellow comforter. Let me
Yeah.
tell you. He's like, he will like if I go upstairs, he thinks it's bedtime and he is in that bed and
Oh,
on that
yeah. He's
comforter like
like, "Wrap me up like a cocoon."
yes. Yeah, so one day Alicia calls Kim and tells her about the rabbit situation. So Kim calls Monica, who is a rescuer from the East Coast Rabbit Rescue in Palm Beach. Monica tells us at one time she had over 100 rabbits. She has she has Bunhattan, which is Manhattan for the bunnies.
Yeah, she has, like, all these little decorations to make it like New York. So she has, like, the Statue of Liberty. I forgot what she called it, like, Statue of Bunidity or something like that.
Yeah,
Like, everything is a cute little, like, bunny or, like, rabbit name. She's like this is instead of, like, the Golden Gate Bridge, it was, like, the
but
Rabbit
yeah,
Bridge
Bunny
or
Gate
something
where
like that. Yeah,
yeah,
Bunny Gate Bridge or
gate or
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and she is she then we see her in her kitchen and she has a bunny in this remote control carrot. Just
it's
goes around.
so cute.
You can't make this
And
stuff
the
up.
rabbit literally is just chilling. It's just chilling in there. It's like one of those big fat fluffy rabbits.
Oh, it's just like so surreal and just I just love it. I love it. I just love it. And Monica tells Kim, I'd love to help, but I don't have money. And Kim's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, money?
She's like, "If I can do one thing, it's I
No."
can get you money, bro.
And
You kidding me?"
this is like Kim has some sweet quotes that make no
Mhm.
sense. This is
She's
one
so
of her best
funny.
quotes. She's like, money, no problem. Show me the money. Like that Tom Cruise movie, whatever that movie was when he was dancing in his underwear by the fireplace.
I was like,
Uh,
"Girl, what?" Okay,
okay, Kim,
Kim.
you mean risky business and Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god. Yeah, she mixed them both up. Yeah, no. I was like, "Hello?
and
Pick one."
she's so sure of herself. I love it. She's just the
When
confidence.
you're
She's just
that rich, you don't actually
yeah.
have to look at the receipts. Like,
Right.
she does not care. She just makes up her own rules.
She's like, "I'll sue you if you try to rebuttal that." And you're just like,
What it
"Forget
right. What is
it."
super impressive though is that Monica, like the one with the cute little like Statue of Liberty and everything, like the little bunny sanctuary, she funds everything herself.
Mhm.
Everything comes out of her own pocket. They literally ask her in the interview, like, "Oh, like, and how can you afford all this?" And she's like, "Well, I sold everything that I had when I moved from here, like from
Mhm.
Brazil, and I'm taking out of my savings and stuff like that." But she's just so passionate about it, and I think that's really cool, really
Yeah.
admirable.
Yeah, she really does care, you know.
And then we have
Obviously.
Kim, who's just like
Kim's like, "Where can I
shitting
throw money?"
shitting out $100 bills
So I
right
can get
now.
the press for it, and that's
Yeah.
okay because Kim is trying to do a good thing here. Um,
Yeah, no beef with
so
Kim.
so we're gonna meet Terry. He's from the Associated Press, which I'm assuming is some kind of newspaper, fancy newspaper that
Mhm.
everybody gets kind of thing. I'm sure they still get newspapers in that town. I feel like that's a
Honestly, yeah.
newspaper community.
You think those
Um,
people could all set up their laptop on their own, be so for real?
right.
They
They
still
only
got
let the
rabbit
IT
ears.
guy
They
come
got
through.
rabbit ears in that community, are you kidding me?
Um, yeah, so he gets a call well, Kim calls her publicist and's like, "Make it happen."
Mhm.
So he gets a call from a publicist about the infestation of rabbits in a town. So he checks it out and he feels it made a pretty good story. And what ended up happening?
So, it absolutely went viral. Um, in one of Kim's quotes again, she said, "Poof, like a match to some dried newspapers." Girl, why can't you say like a moth to a flame or like something crazy? Like a match to some dried newspapers.
It's like
Okay, girl.
Back to the Future. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
No, literally.
He was always saying
Yeah.
it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait, what movie did we cover? That it
That
was
was
like, why don't you make like a
Boondock
tree and get the
Saints.
fuck out? Yeah, or
Yeah,
something. Oh
Boondock Saints,
yes,
the
when the
bartender.
bartender is
Mhm.
talking. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. He's like, make like a tree and get the fuck out of here. And all the guys are like, huh? Um yeah, so it goes crazy. The actual headline for the news story, and they kind of cut back and forth, and we'll see this in both episodes, that they cut back to like an actual news broadcasting. And it says Florida neighborhood hopping with lionhead rabbit invasion. And it was just all over the place. It was just insane.
Yep, and people kept donating money because they wanted
Hmm.
to save these rabbits. So Kim's like, the money just kept coming in. Like it just kept coming in. And um she says it I'm not saying it is enough, but it was enough to get them to go out and help the animals. So I don't know what she thinks is enough, but I'm sure it
I
was
was gonna
plenty.
say, Kim and her $20 million mansion, she don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah. So back to Terry, who says that there were rescue groups who said, "Okay, we'll come in and get the rabbits." It shows a reenactment of the two women from the beginning speeding off to the town. Kim tells us that sadly, for every good story, there is a yin and a yang. I can't.
Okay, Kim. Whatever your heart desires, sweetheart.
What was that in SNL? Deep thoughts by Jack Handy, and it would be like the dumbest thoughts, but
Oh
then it's
god.
like deep thoughts by Kim, the bunny saver.
The bunny.
I can't. Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's
What's
nuts.
it like to be rich and not have a
I
care in the
don't
world?
know.
Oh, please.
I would love that. I don't know.
Oh my god. So yeah, so it's a reenactment of the two women from the beginning speeding off to the town. Kim tells us that sadly, for every story is a yin and a yang. Cut to the newscast again. Some of the residents got angry because they thought the rabbits were going to get killed. They thought that's what
Mhm.
these women were coming to do, was to catch them to euthanize them. So
Mhm.
obviously nobody does their homework. They just
Yeah.
assume, and then
Mhm.
they blow things out of
You know
proportion.
what they say is about assuming. Makes an
Yeah.
ass out of you and
You and
me.
me. Uh,
No, and who is the guy that was involved in that was like having all these like town meetings and stuff too, because they
oh,
thought
yeah.
he was in favor of
Mhm.
euthanizing them just because he said like, "Oh, well, if this isn't under control, then we have to figure something else out." And they're like, "What do you mean? You want to kill them?" And he's like, "Girl, I did not say that."
Right. Yeah. So they didn't a lot of the people that lived there didn't want the rabbits to go away, you know?
Mhm.
So it was kind of like divided. Half of them wanted them to be saved humanely, not killed, and
Mhm.
half of them wanted them to stay because they were fun to look
'Cause they're
at.
cute. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, but I just feel bad for these little bunnies.
Yeah. So it shows the two rescuers driving through the island. You know, again, the waving at the neighbors.
Mhm.
Multiple residents tell us once the rescue teams came, it was complete turmoil on the island, and it cuts to a bunny eating.
Mhm.
This is
Just
like a
chomping.
whole scene. Uh, one group would be chasing them and another would be running all over people's property, and it shows multiple groups slow-mo running for the bunnies, like, and they all have, like, you know, love for
Different, like,
bunnies. Yeah, like,
yeah, different little slogans.
yes, and they're all like, and then the people they also said the people that came acted like vigilantes. Now I'm gonna call her Nancy because the one from the ghosts, Nancy's
Mhm.
okay, so she's the reenactment, one of the rescuers. I think she's supposed to be Monica. Is that her name, Monica, the rescue bunny
Oh,
lady?
yeah.
So I think she's supposed to be maybe her,
Mhm.
or her friend or whatever. So anyways, shows Nancy holding 2 nets like machine guns. And she's got the bullet thing across her, like the
Like the
Rambo
ammo?
with the big,
Yes,
huge
yes.
bullets in it, and she flings the nets underneath her armpits, so it's kinda like this, and the nets are
She's, like, double holstered. Yeah, oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And then it says, "They came onto the property and started hitting stuff, trampling things and breaking stuff." Back to the reenactment.
Oh my god.
Again, Nancy, because she's great. Kicking
Yeah.
lawn decorations like
She's, like, kicking the
flamingos.
flamingos in the yard, and, like, the heads are, like, flying off.
There's like a remote control car, and she's like stomping on the remote control car, and she punches through like a doghouse.
And, like, it cuts back to, like, an actual interview of a guy, and the guy's like, "Yeah, and they said that there were baby bunnies in there," and then it goes back to the reenactment, and in slow motion, she's like, "There's baby bunnies in here!" Like, screaming.
It's just
Oh.
so funny. Oh my gosh, I know why this was your dad's favorite one. And baby bunnies are in here, and then one says, "It was a nightmare," and then it shows Nancy again kicking a remote control car, yelling like,
Mm.
"Yeah."
You really showed it who's boss.
Yeah, like she was
Uh,
so destructive on everything, and we know,
yeah,
that's
just so
obviously not the
exaggerated.
case, but
For
these people,
sure.
oh
That's so
goodness.
funny. But, like, these people are just so dramatic.
Who do we get to meet
Yeah.
next?
So now we meet Joe Jones, and again, he's been a resident here for 33 years, and he is in favor of keeping the bunnies on the property. He's like, please don't take my bunnies. He likes the bunnies.
Mhm,
He said that ever since that he saved one from his pool from drowning, he just kind of had an attachment to it, and it kind of
mhm,
stuck around, and he's just wanted more and more bunnies on his property ever since. So
yeah,
he's one of those people where he literally, like, goes out every day and he, like, puts the food out for the rabbits and stuff like that, but he also doesn't believe that these rabbits would ever have anything wrong with them. Like, I'm pretty sure he's in, like, his interview, he's like, "See, I don't see what the big ideal is because, like, these rabbits, like, they don't never have any health issues, and I never notice anything."
mhm.
And we'll talk about that later that
Yeah,
that
no
actually isn't
flea,
true.
no
No
no mites,
fleas.
no nothing, they're super healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's yeah.
And he's
And
just another guy that's in this big house that he doesn't use any of these extra rooms. It's literally just him in there. So he just like, but he doesn't even really bring the bunnies inside. He just keeps them out in his yard
no,
just to look at. He said they're literally just delightful to look at.
right. Alicia, who lives in the community, would like
Hmm.
us to know that Joe Jones has a big ol' house and doesn't use half the rooms, and he could take the bunnies in, but he
Mm,
just likes them in the yard because they are delightful.
hmm.
Then it cuts to Joe, and he says,
They are
"They
delightful.
They are delightful. The children love to see them. I'm not worried
Hmm.
about their health. I haven't seen any fleas, ticks, or malnutrition. They seemed extremely healthy and well rested."
How does a bunny look well rested? I was thinking about, like, I know that, like, I never
Mm.
look well rested, but
I
these rabbits though, like, they just got those little
know.
beady eyes. How can you tell?
Yeah. And then Monica again tells us just because you see a bunny hopping around doesn't mean it is fine.
Mhm.
They have rescued 44 of them from this island, and all of them had health problems. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you like, they forget that, and, like, I have a chinchilla too, so they're pretty similar with, like, their teeth, but, like, they have to be eating hay and, like, harder things in order to, like, keep their teeth a certain length, because if
mm,
their teeth are outgrown, then that's gonna cause a lot more issues too, and then
mhm,
so I feel like these people are just like, "Oh, well, they look fine to me. They look like bunnies to me."
mhm.
Girl, you don't even know what's on
Mm.
the surface.
Yeah, so what does Kim like to say about these bunnies?
That these rabbits are like little poodles. They're so cute. She goes, "They have personalities."
Yep.
Oh
They're
gosh.
called, lionhead rabbits. They're small and furry and were bred to be extremely domestic and extremely friendly to humans. So that's where the
Yeah.
problem comes that these are not wild rabbits that you would see in
Mhm.
your yard. Because if that was the case, then it'd just be like, "Okay, those are regular rabbits, whatever."
Right, because they
Um,
have those instincts.
yeah. And then we get introduced really quick to Dylan the rabbit rescuer, and she says, "These bunnies don't know any better. They get hit by cars, golf carts, sitting ducks for dogs off a leash, hawks, all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff." So, she's obviously worried about them. And here's our favorite buddy,
Yes, this is our man that I was talking about earlier, Chris Caputo.
city commissioner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he says, "We have residents threatening residents." So they had to have a town meeting. Okay. So this is so we get they show actual footage from the town meeting, and this Gary Blocker, is the chief of police, thinks he's hilarious with his dad jokes. Oh my god, he's just a gas. He makes a lame ass dad jokes about these bunnies. So he starts off and goes, "So let's see what's on the menu for today." I goes, "Oh, menu, I mean memo." And then some guy goes, "Rabbit stew, rabbit
Oh,
soup." I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, stop!" It's literally a dad joke convention.
Oh,
Like,
Gary.
oh, Gary, not cool, Gary. Uh, yeah. So, um, Gary's, doing his dad jokes, and then, they came to the conclusion that the bunnies caught would be euthanized. Nobody wanted that because they're like, "We'll catch
Mhm.
these, we'll euthanize them." Of course, no, not one of the people want this done, and I agree with that. Um, so Kim explains her feelings towards this from the British word gobsmacked. Is that a British word? I mean, it
I
might.
have no
I
idea.
can't trust Kim. I don't know.
We take a lot of our words from Old English, but I don't know if gobsmacked is one of them.
Yeah, it might be. I don't even know if
Kim
that's
Kim might be
a
more
bad
educated
word.
than I have no
Yeah.
idea.
So they were going to euthanize them with antifreeze, is what she says.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, no way.
I never
Um,
heard of that.
yeah.
I hope
And
not. It
Joe
is
would like
Florida.
Joe Jones. I want to say Joe Jonas, Joe
That's
Jones.
exactly what I always think of too. I'm like, "This man looks a little different."
So Joe Jones would like us to know that Chris Caputo wanted a mass extermination of the bunnies. And I believe him. I think he did. I
Yeah.
really think he did. And Joe tells us this isn't Germany.
Yeah, that's insane. That
Yes.
comment is crazy.
But expected from Joe. I feel like
But
it's
Joe
more
Jones?
Joe
Yeah, couldn't
Jones.
expect anything less.
So of course, Chris Caputo, he's become the villain, but he
Mhm.
says it was all taken out of context. Hearing a lot of that lately. Kim
Yeah.
says, interesting, because everybody started complaining, that he was the villain and, like going after him. He had a change of heart. And the city was allowed to spend up to $30,000 to help with the problem. Isn't that interesting? Kim
Yeah,
said.
now that all of a sudden it's a problem, now you find the money. Okay.
Yeah. So Kim wanted to suggest Monica would be the one to help with the rabbits, go to her rescue. But that didn't go well. And Kim says, "Silly me. I sat back for 2 months thinking someone else was going to take care of it, but they didn't." Okay,
Oh
Kim
my
to the rescue.
gosh. My
This is the greatest
queen.
reenactment of all.
This is really good. Juliette Lewis, this might be like she needs an Emmy for this
Mm,
performance. This is
this
really
is
good.
yeah, yeah. So this is all reenactment. So we're gonna cut to Kim, who's Juliette Lewis, okay? She pulls up in the night. She pulls up at night with her Save the Bunnies green shirt.
Mhm.
Her car is literally has like bunny ears on it. It's fuzzy. It
It's
looks
like
like a
fuzzy and
bunny.
pink.
Mhm. Yep. She's in her bunny car, and she said that it going to this this area was like going to the Twilight Zone, and she asks if anyone has ever seen that show or heard of that show before because
She's
it's
like, "I
really good.
know it's ki" yeah, she's like, "It's really good, but I know it's not super popular," and I'm like, "Girl, what? It has its own ride at Disney World, are
It
you
did
kidding
have its
me?"
own ride. That was one of my favorite rides at Disneyland.
Literally.
Yep. So, so it shows Juliette Lewis getting out of the car, and as she's getting out of the car, it shows like these neighbors with literal like pitchforks, and I don't know if they had
Like,
torches
they're
or
about
not,
to, like,
or yeah,
attack Frankenstein or not Frankenstein, but the monster from
come on,
Frankenstein. I'm like, "What the
yeah,
hell?"
the Frankenstein's monster, and they've got guns, of course, because everybody has guns. Um,
Yeah.
Joe said that he was in his Jeep following the vigilantes, meaning I think Kim. I think it's Kim. Um, and then we see Juliette Lewis in the middle of the road, and she has a martini in her hand with an olive in it, and she's clearly drunk, and she's just like
It's spilling
it's
everywhere.
spilling everywhere. She's like, "Ah." And then Joe says, um, she banged on my window. So it reenacts to her banging on the window with the martini and it's spilling. And then he said she was screaming profanities and he rolls down the window and she says, I'm screaming profanities with the drink in her hand. And, and he said she was
So
crazy
good.
and drunk and terrible. And she literally repeats, I'm crazy and I'm drunk and I'm terrible. With
As
the
she's still
martini and
spilling
it's
her
still
martini
spilling all over the
everywhere. This man is in the splash zone. Oh my god.
then she goes, she goes,
Oh,
she goes,
this is the best part.
she goes, get your pit bull out of the back seat to Joe, okay? And then they show, the reenactment is a guy in a dog pit bull, not the singer pit bull mask, and
Dale.
he looks at Joe and they look at each other, and then Joe says, "That's not a pit bull, that's a neighbor." And
It's just an
the
old
neighbor,
white dude back there.
and I can't. You have to, if you do not watch, please watch this one. If you don't watch any of them, watch this one.
It's so
And then
good.
Kim says, I had a truckload of middle-aged men that look like potatoes surround me and ask where I live. And she said they should have t-shirts since they asked that to everyone. And then it cuts to all these like men that like are all bald and like kind of like
They
stubby.
look
So they
like
do look like
russet
potatoes.
potatoes.
And they're wearing shirts, white shirts, and say, where do you live? And they keep repeating it. It's almost like the Lemmings, like, where do you live? 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 And then she's just like,
God.
and Alicia said they asked her where she lived. And Alicia's like, she lives in a $20 million home in Palm Springs. And I guess Kim was leaning on one of the cars and they told her to get off the car or pushed her or something. This is Alicia's take on it. So they show the reenactment and of Juliette Lewis getting pushed, but just like with the man's finger, and he just goes like this, and she's like,
Yeah,
like
she,
like
like,
a soccer player
flops.
down, like reenacting like he just
Oh,
lost his leg, like
God.
just like and she's like on the ground, and she's like rolling with the martini, and she's like
The martini's still in hand.
and Kim says her life was threatened, so she called the cops. And Alicia says the cops took like 45 minutes to get there, so she was mad about the cops not getting there fast enough as well.
Oh, God.
So she was super mad. Oh, and then Kim says, people live in fear here, and her life was threatened, and that was wrong. No one should live in fear. This is the USA, and that is wrong. Now, I do agree with that.
Agree, Kim.
I do 100% agree with that. She spot on, 100% agree. And then they show like an actual follow-up meeting on Zoom. And the meeting was for all of the people that were for keeping the rabbits. Because, so many people were like, no, I don't want them taken away. That they were the majority of, okay. How many people showed up to the Zoom meeting?
So there were only 5 people that showed up total, and you could just tell that in this man's voice, in Chris's voice, he's like, so only 5 people are here. Is anybody else planning on joining?"
Yeah.
And basically the city then decided, leave it alone, and in their words, they just hope and pray that these bunnies would not procreate, because in science, their natural instinct is to procreate, and they're just like, "Oh, I just hope that they don't." Okay, thanks, problem solved. Like, "Oh, my back
Awesome.
hurts. Okay,
Out
well,
of
stop
sight, out of
hurting."
mind.
Why didn't I think of that, Chris? Why didn't I think of that? No.
God.
And then freaking Kim, to end on, like, again, a great solid quote from Kim. She goes, "I threw the football to them. They didn't do the job. Now we have to do more. I hope God calls someone else instead of me for those bunnies."
Is next. Please let justice be served is what
Oh
she
my god. She goes, "Girl, I threw the football to them," and then
said.
said nothing else about football. Why did the football have anything to do with that? Like, "Oh, I threw the football and they fumbled it," or something like that. She just goes, "No, I threw the football at them and they didn't do the job." Girl, what
Oh.
are we talking about? Ugh.
And then, like, so it's over after she says, "Please let justice be served." And then they kind of show, like, like the credits are rolling a little bit. And she says, "Oh, I have a trapper with no teeth. Hope he's not offended by me saying that. He's amazing." And then she goes, "Anybody want something to drink?" She's like, "I got water. I got
Vodka?
vodka." She's like, "Vodka?" She's just like, "Vodka," and stops there. And
Yeah.
she's like, "It's
Oh
over
my
there."
god. Our girl with her martini.
The end.
Just
Oh
Kim and
my
those rabbits against the
Oh,
world, bro.
Kim and her quotes, man.
It's so good.
Solid gold.
She's just incredible. Everything that she had was just insane.
I couldn't stop laughing through that one because I like pause. When I watch these, I pause them to get the quotes,
Yeah.
the good quotes, and I have the like titles on. And your dad like starts laughing because he knows what's coming next as
"I'm
it's
just
paused.
surrounded by a bunch of potatoes and they're asking me where I live." Sir, get that pit bull out of your back seat. And it's just like,
Man, he's
and
always
then it's just a
freaking
man and he turns and he's just like, "Bitch, are you kidding me right now?" Oh my god. And she just goes, "Ow."
Oh,
Ow. Sorry.
ow. Whoops, my
He
bad.
kinda
Let me
looked
throw
like a
some
pit
money in
bull,
it.
it's fine. Yeah, actually.
Oh God, those poor buddies. So they just continue to be there. So
Love it. Yeah, they're just still vibing. Still vibing out there. Just hopefully they won't procreate, girl. What
no,
are we
because bunnies
talking
don't do
about?
that. Bunnies aren't known for that.
Ugh, God. Freaking
Uh,
idiots.
mhm. All right. So that leads us to our next episode. Not. It's pretty good, but not as.
This one is a little different though, the way that it
Mhm.
is. Like
Yeah.
there's really not a lot of like reenactments, and if there is, it's still like the same person
hmm And
acting, but
I think the only person I noticed in this was it's Bobby Lee, right? That's
Bobby
his
Lee.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, the comedian. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
As the
he's
police
the
officer.
police officer, reenactment police officer. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
He's
like,
the only one I know.
everybody else is, like, themselves.
Yeah.
Like, even Longneck, like, that is himself.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is entitled Mugshot. Like Ireland said, this one starts off a little differently. Um,
Mhm.
he says, "My name is Charles McDowell, aka Damn Wide Neck. So how did
What a
I get
nickname.
famous?" And then it flips to the Florida thing. It's like all the Florida
Yeah.
pictures, and it goes wah, 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 is the music. And this takes place in Pensacola, Florida, which we've been to.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Love it there.
so how does this start out for Charles?
So, in true fashion, we always start with a reenactment, like, in the middle of the episode,
Mhm.
basically, at the very beginning to kinda give us a sneak peek. And it starts with him just saying, like, "Oh, I had a warrant out for my arrest. This was one of my, like, I don't know, 25th police chase," and then I also had drugs in the car, so as I get out of the car from my police chase, I pull over, I start running towards the woods, and then in my fanny pack, I just have full of dope, full of random
Yes,
pills, full
heroin,
of
yeah.
drugs. And so as he's like running from the cop who is Bobby Lee, who is not known to be in shape. So this man is just like
And his
running
shirt's
the best.
unbuttoned too, and you see, like, his white shirt. It's
Yeah,
just like
I don't know what the hell is going on, but he's literally like running after him. And as he's getting chased by Bobby Lee or this police officer, he is like eating the pills and eating the heroin that's in his like digesting it through his mouth.
Mhm.
And he starts to like he gets caught, of course, because Bobby Lee caught up to him. And as he turns around, you can see like his like mouth is starting to kind of like foam up or froth, and
Mhm.
then like his hands are up, but he's like not with it. Like he's about to pass out. And that's pretty much what he does.
Yeah, and it shows in, like, the reenactment, he's like reenactment? Reenactment?
Mm.
Like a Walkman? Reenactment. Hello. Um, he's like, "I put my hands up, but I was dizzy," and it shows, Charles, so he's like, "Ooh," with the foam coming out of his
Mhm.
mouth, and Bobby Lee is the cop, and he's telling him, like, "Stop moving," and then he hugs, like, Bobby Lee, and he's like, that's a lot of touching that constitutes as moving. Are we spinning?" And then, "Why are we spinning? You need a doctor," and that's when he
Mhm.
passes out, so, um and then according to Charles, because production asked him, "How many high-speed chases have you been involved in?" And Charles like, "Oh, like 14 or 15,"
Mhm.
you know, but it shows on the news this is his 20th. So he's a little short on that one.
Yeah.
Um, so he gets arrested. He was in the hospital, but he does get arrested and they take his mugshot, okay? And that's how he becomes famous, as this mugshot. So, and production asks, "Do you know what a Florida man is?" And he's like, "Well, me, I'm a Florida man, you know." And he's like, "Well, I guess like crazy headlines or something." Or they're like, "Yeah, yeah." And then they show a couple like crazy news stories and people acting crazy, like they found like the
Yeah,
worst
man
people in
got
Florida.
stabbed in fight by swordfish was one of them I remember for sure.
Yes.
Another one is like and then, like, it shows, like, videos too of, like, this person dressed up as, like, a unicorn, like, beating somebody up on the street. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yes.
God.
Yeah. So that and so we get to meet Carl. So Carl is a writer and
Mhm.
he has wrote lots of books based on Florida Man. You
Yeah,
know,
he's
the
made a living just on these Florida headlines, and he's, like,
Mhm.
walking through basically like a Barnes& and Noble, and he has, like,
Yeah.
his whole section, like, he has a lot of books on display. He says that he writes primarily adult, like, based off of the headlines for Florida
Mhm.
Man, but also some children's books as well.
Mhm. Yeah, and he's very proud of them. He says there is no chance of Florida being a normal place to live. It's like the wild, wild west. And then they keep showing more Florida people. Like they're
Yeah.
like crazy, crazy people. So we just went from $20 million mansion socialites to crazy, crazy, like
Yeah.
getting stabbed with a swordfish. So
Right.
yeah. And then they show we get to meet Elton. He is a lawyer and he explains what the sunshine law is. Basically, if you come into contact with the justice system within 24 to 48 hours, anyone from the public anywhere in the world can pull up a mugshot of you and see every
Mhm.
allegation against you. And then Carl says that the mugshots sell the stories. It's entertaining. It can ruin someone's life. And this is where we cut to Sheriff Wayne.
S
What does Sheriff
when
Wayne got going on?
I when I first saw this, I thought this was for sure a joke. I had never heard of this before. I've heard of Wide Neck, I've heard of
Mm,
Daddy Long Neck, but I'd never heard of this YouTube show that a real life sheriff runs on YouTube, and it's called Wheel of Fugitives. And literally what they do is every Tuesday, they have, what did it say, 20 fugitives
Something like
pictures,
that.
like
Yeah, they're
20 of their mugshots posted on each section of the wheel. So every Tuesday, they spin the wheel and there's a fugitive of the week. And after it lands on a fugitive, they always are like, "Oh, okay, like, hey, you can run, but you can't hide, like, make it easy
Mhm.
on yourself and, like, come turn yourself in." Like, how is this real? First of all, how is this, like, legal, and how is this just real life?
Yeah.
So the way that he became famous, the wide neck what we were talking about earlier,
Mhm.
is that he was one of the fugitives that got landed on for Fugitive of the Week for the wheel. So when they spin the wheel, we have Sheriff Wayne, who is just, I think that he just thinks because he's a sheriff, like he's above it all. And
Mhm.
honestly, kind of he is because it's still going on. I'm pretty sure from what I got from the episode, it
Yep.
said, like, they couldn't really do anything to take it down.
Yeah.
So, this man is just spinning the wheel, and then one of the first couple weeks, it lands on Charles McDowell.
Mhm. And, it shows his picture, his mugshot, and, what he's being accused of, and Alton, our lawyer friend, says that he thinks this is a violation of rights because these people have not been actually convicted of a crime. Not all these people are
Yeah.
fugitives on the run. Some of these are just somebody that got mixed up in like a bar fight and they were arrested too, and then they get let go after they take their
Right.
mugshot. They're like, "Oops, you were cleared. You're fine." But he's saying like this, if that person, like these people are innocent until proven guilty, you know, the people that they're putting up there, they're just putting up a random, mugshots to roast these people is what they're doing. They think it's hilarious. And, Elton's like, there are local like businesses and, the city watches this because it's hilarious. It's the tune in TV time. Everyone
Whatever.
likes to see the wheel of, fugitives. I personally like the wheel of fish, but from
Red
UHF, but
snapper.
yeah.
Very tasty
Um,
fish.
but he's like, if somebody like, owns a business and they see somebody on that, and they're like, "Oh no, that's one of my employees," and they'll just like fire them immediately without even knowing what did you
Mhm.
do? Were you convicted? Obviously if you're convicted of something and you are a felon, okay, yeah, great. But
Yeah.
they need to understand that this sheriff doesn't could give two shits if they're just,
Mhm. And
you
you're
know,
ruining careers, you're ruining
yeah.
lives.
Yeah, so Elton is not happy about that. Just because you have a mugshot doesn't mean you are guilty. People will watch this show as business owners, and if one of their employees is there, they will fire them without even them being found guilty of anything. The whole county was looking for him because, um, for Charles or Wideneck,
Mhm.
they had the whole county was looking for him because they were phoning in what they saw. He's very obviously he's very unique looking. People probably they're thinking that there's
They
reward
probably
money.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when there's money there, but there's no reward money. So he's like, I don't
Yeah.
know why they were calling, but whatever. So they were trying to rat him out, but they were looking for him, and so he fled to another county. And then we end back to the beginning of him in the chase. And as they're chasing, so this is the comes back to the first reenactment. And as they're
Yeah.
chasing Bobby Lee and some other guys chasing him, and it goes ding, and it says number 21. The 21 chases.
Yeah.
um, and it, again, he runs. Bobby Lee's characters, the police catch him. He eats the heroin, um, passes out. He was on life support for 3 days because he ate all that heroin. Like
Yeah,
he's
they
lucky
said
to even be
yeah,
alive.
he's like, "I'm pretty sure I died and they brought me back to life." Like, he didn't
Mm,
know,
yeah,
obviously, but
yeah. So this guy, he woke up in the hospital and he's handcuffed. Nobody was around. He said, and he's like, I gotta get up out of here. So he gets out of his handcuffs some way, and he runs out of the hospital.
Yeah.
He runs out of the hospital in his
Butt
gown, and they
naked.
and they show his butt, like the reenactment of
Yeah,
his butt,
he's literally,
just running
like,
down an
running.
alley.
It's like waddling too, cause oh my gosh. And this
uh,
is when we meet Queen Marilyn.
yeah.
So, our lovely Marilyn, she is Charles' mom, and she is just the cutest little thing I ever did see. Like, she's definitely, like, just in her little house, and it kind of is talking to her in an interview, where she's explaining that Charles was special, and he's always been the special one in the family. She said that the doctor was surprised to see such a little boy with such a wide neck.
Mhm.
So he was born with it. He's always had it. Um, And then she starts to explain that Charles is kind of like, he kind of can just get into anything. He says
Mhm.
that if there's a hole that Charles can fit his body into, he will get in. If there's any way for Charles to get away, he's gonna get away. Basically, he can wiggle himself out of kind of any
Mhm.
situation. We do find out that he has been in and out of jail throughout pretty much all of his adult life.
Mhm.
And he now cuts back to Charles again, and now that he has escaped the hospital and is back on the streets,
Yep.
Charles is on his way to Atlanta. And when he's on his way to Atlanta, we see another police officer, and now he is on another high speed chase. So this is number 22.
If you're keeping track, number 22.
Yep. It's like a little counter up at the
It
top. It
goes
says
ding,
ding.
number 22.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so he's he's thrown money and drugs out of the car. The tires were blown out by the spikes. They threw the spike thing, and so he's handcuffed, and they take him to the nearest county because they want to get him processed because he keeps running away. He's a flight risk.
Mhm.
Um, so while he's in there in the holding cell, people keep coming in and like saying, "That's the guy." So it shows like Bobby Lee bringing in some like lady, and on his phone it has his mugshot, and he's like, "They're like, that's
Mhm.
the guy. Yeah, that's you." It's like, um, and then Charles says, the officer says, "I'm going to show you something." So he Googled me, and there was a newscast about his appearance on the Wheel of Fugitives, and they're laughing about his giant neck. So they're basically roasting him,
Yeah.
and, you know, Mama Marilyn says that her nephew's called and said, "He's on TV." So she turns it on. He's on every channel, every news. He's like the new news. His mugshot went viral, just his appearance. And they're just roasting, everybody's, making videos, memes, all that kind of stuff about,
Oh my
him. So,
god, Titanic.
yes.
They cut to, like, all of these different memes, and it's literally, like, him molded into, like, the Titanic, and it just says
Mhm.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So he's sitting in jail, and somebody posts bail for him.
Mhm.
Who posts bail?
So, what I can only assume is just Colonel Sanders and 2 different male bodies is kind of
Yes.
what it is. So, it's just 2 white men, with some children with them for some reason that are all dressed in white. Looks very culty. And one of them is the boyfriend from the Mick. I never
Yeah.
know his name either, but I
Yeah.
love him. I think he's so funny too. He's in a lot
Yeah.
of stuff
He
too,
is.
but that's
Yeah.
just what I remember him from. And basically he's just like, what the hell is going on right now? And the police officer says, "Well, that's your bail's bondsman, Tim." And then there's a lawyer,
Mhm, the
and
other guy's a
they are
lawyer.
like so ready to represent him because he's the hit thing right now. He's a
Yeah.
viral sensation right now. And one of the guys goes, "You're going straight to the top."
And then mind if we take some pictures with you?
Oh yeah.
Because they're definitely gonna exploit this man. They're gonna make money
Sure,
off of
for
him,
sure.
yeah. And, yeah, but I just love how they're all dressed in all white,
Yeah, it's so
and
creepy.
yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, definitely culty vibes. Um, then they cut to, one of the guys goes, "Would you like some pulled pork? Would you like a pulled pork sandwich?"
Ugh.
And the 2 of them, the 2 gentlemen are like, the 2 gentlemen, the white, the lawyer, and the bail bondsman are
They're
literally eating it, and it's
talking.
all over their face. It's
And
almost
they're
like the waffles with,
talking with their mouth open, so it's just like all up in there. It's so
it's like the
disgusting.
waffles with the saucy episode where
Oh
he's like, "Nom,
god.
nom." It's all over their face, and they're talking, I'm like,
Yes.
"Do you want some?" It's like
And it's like
falling
spitting
out of
out
the they're like,
everywhere.
"Pork."
Ew.
It's like the grossest thing ever, and he's like, "No, thank you, I just want cigarettes." So,
Yeah.
one of the guys give him $20 for cigarettes, and as he goes across the street, people are appearing in the shop, and, they're all over his car. He's suddenly super
Mhm.
famous, and, he doesn't even know what social media is. He said he wasn't with the internet. He didn't even Google stuff, because of his mugshot, he was known as Wide Neck from now on.
Mhm.
So, that was his new persona. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel so bad for Charles though because you can tell like he kind of gets embarrassed a little bit. Like he's okay with
yeah,
it, but he's just like, God, these people are just roasting the F out of me.
yeah,
Like there was nothing to do with anything, like nothing to do with his police chases, nothing to do with anything that he has ever like served time for or anything
yeah.
like that. It's literally just about his physical appearance.
Yes.
And he's just like, well, and there's nothing that I could do because this is all public record. So people have access to my pictures. And this is when they were showing like the different memes and stuff from all of the
Mhm.
things like the
Yeah.
Titanic and like there was also like I'm pretty sure there was like a clip from like a podcast too that they were like roasting the frick out of him too. I just
Mhm.
felt bad for him. But now we see another fellow neck, I don't even know, not connoisseur, but like just
Just someone who's embraced their physical appearance. I
yes.
believe he has a condition. It is an actual
Mhm.
condition. It's not just he was born with a long neck. He did actually have like some kind of medical condition. But he
Mhm.
was embracing it. He was like, I'm not ashamed to be this way. He's very interesting.
Yeah.
uh, and he's called Daddy Longneck. And Wide Neck is like, damn, what the fuck am I going to say are gonna do with this kid, because they want
Yeah.
them to get together and do some, like, videos
That's the
together.
collab of a lifetime.
Mhm.
So I so remember like this is like this is like probably the height of COVID when TikTok really took off. Like I want to say this probably happened around like 2021 or something like that where this man was literally so this daddy long neck guy was just like all over everybody's for you page. I'm like, what videos did I like to get here on my for you page? Like this is traumatizing, but I so remember this man being on my for you page.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't remember any of this because again,
Well, you were
I'm not
still
a
sending me Instagram reels that I saw on TikTok 6
I'm
months ago,
I'm
so you are
old,
not the one to talk about it.
well, that's why somebody needs to do our Instagram and tickety-tockety page. That tickety-tock.
I don't have an Instagram, but I can
Oh,
definitely run a
well, we
TikTok
we do have
page.
an Instagram for the
Yeah.
show, but they don't do any because I don't know what half the time it doesn't work, and I'm like, screw this. I'll just put it on Facebook, which nobody under the age of
With the
like
10 viewers.
40 is on.
Literally.
I was like, yeah, that's where we get our most views
Yeah.
is Facebook. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So they decide to do he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this kid? And plenty. So they're gonna do a sketch. They do a sketch meeting each other, like long neck's like, is that wide neck? And they're like in a
Mhm.
parking lot meeting. And obviously he's getting paid to do this. So he's like, I'm doing it for the money. He's like, if
Oh,
they're gonna
yeah.
make fun of me, I might as well get paid. And sir, you are correct. Embrace it. Because they're gonna do it whether or not. You might as well get paid. So they do a rap together. And I would like to mention that while I was watching this, taking notes with the laptop, sitting in like the chair in front of
Mhm.
the TV because I'm blind and I can't see. Your
Right.
dad is on the couch, and I hear as I'm pausing this rap, your dad is playing the actual rap on YouTube. And I am like, "Will you please stop? Because I'm trying to
Oh
type
my
the words
god.
that this person is saying because these words are insane." And all I
Mhm.
hear is like, "I'm long neck, I'm wide neck," whatever. I'm like, "Okay."
You're like,
So
"That's enough." I'm hearing it like 6
mhm.
different ways
I'm
right
like,
now.
my phone is listening right now, and that's all I'm gonna get now. Now I'm gonna get like 2 years, 5 years later, and I'm gonna finally get
Yeah.
see what this long neck thing is and
You're
this
mo
yeah.
on your Spotify Wrapped, imagine it's Daddy Longneck.
I know. They're like, "Your Spotify age is 65." I'm
No,
like,
oh my gosh,
seems
that's
legit
so
because I don't
bad.
listen to anything new
I was
very
gonna
much.
say, with your yacht rock, yeah, your
Oh my
age is
god.
75,
Mm.
bro.
Yeah, it's like 90s grunge, it's yacht rock, The
My Spotify
Who.
age was 49. That was
Okay,
my I don't know
right, so
where
you
that was.
well, because you listen you guys grew
Well,
up
that's fair,
listening to
I do
music.
listen to your
I grew up,
music, so
which
I
is
guess.
I know I love my, Michael McDonald and my Chicago. Peter
Okay,
Katera,
okay,
Cetera,
Peter
Katera, whatever the hell
Katera.
his name is. Love him, that's my morning music is the yacht rock.
So soothing.
I know.
All I can think of,
Oh,
like, "Sailing, take me away,"
yeah.
whatever that song is, I'm like that's just every time I hear yacht rock, that's the
Uh,
only song I could think of.
it always starts with, like, "What a fool believes." It's like, "Yes." You, like, ask Google, and they're like, "I'll play this thing," and it's always the same songs and the same. Yeah, great, great. I just love my music. It's all over the place, seriously. It really
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Oh
Speaking
my
of all
god.
over the place, you can go ahead and read this rap.
Yep. Alright, so, Wynette does a pretty good job with his rapping. I'm okay with that. So then they do this rap together, and one of the lines that Longneck sings now, I know he has a medical condition, but he is a public figure, and if you're just looking at this from an outside perspective, and you don't know anything, you're just looking at this person, and this is a Florida person, so this could he's very thin, he's white,
Mhm.
he looks like he's 12 years old. He has a very young looking face, like super, super young. So like even Wideneck was like, what am I going to do with this kid? You know?
Mhm.
And, and he raps. It's his turn to rap. And he says,
I
he
know.
says, Shorty wanna fuck, but she's too cheap. Diamond on my neck, dragon on my feet. Me and Wideneck, we on TV. Daddy long neck, crazy in the sheets.
I just can't because he literally looks like he's 16 years old. It's so messed up. Also, he's literally 65 pounds soaking wet, dude, I cannot.
Oh my god.
I
What's
cannot.
Who's taping this and not like the camera not going like "Rrrr," from like
Oh my
I would drop down on the floor. I'd be on the floor rolling. Like
they
and
made
as
money from this.
I know they did, and
You're
good for
telling
them.
me I know,
Goo
but you're telling me that I could just say some random shit and then just make thousands of dollars?
mm,
Oh, it's
your dad
terrible.
always makes fun of me for having like I do have a longer neck, but not like
Yeah.
but I do have a longer neck. Dad calls me giraffe neck all the time because he says you just have such a long neck. I do. I feel like I do. Um, but yeah, not like that. Yeah, just I'm literally typing this and I'm like, shh, what did he say? Shorty wanna fuck? Wait, what does he say after shorty wanna fuck?
Oh my god.
But I'm trying
Somebody
to
pull up these goddamn lyrics. I need closed captions on right now.
well, the closed captions were on, but
They
they
always
weren't
are in that
catching up to
house.
rap. Yeah, and I was like, "God
Mm.
damn it." I was like, "Stop playing in the background, I can't hear it because he's, like 10 seconds behind it, so I'm just like,
He just did that to piss you
"Oh,
off.
your
But
dad."
he's also
Yeah.
the one where he would look up the lyrics at the same time and start trying to rap it too. I'm like, "Girl, what are we doing?" Good God.
So, well, not surprisingly, this went crazy viral.
Mhm. Duh.
Crazy viral. Um, Carl says he embraced it, and good for him. Go wide neck. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Carl is a fan. He's like, you get it. Charles says this was actually a blessing. He never dreamed of being in Hollywood. He's been in and out of prison his whole life. He's never flown to Miami because he flew to Miami for this whole long neck thing. He's been in and out of prison his whole life. This allowed him a fresh start, to have his kids be proud of him. Like he wants to be that father figure, not the dad's in and out of prison kind of thing.
Mhm.
Mom, of course, is happy for him. She's very proud. She's like, he's making better choices. He's happier. Um, and we see him getting fitted for a sweet ass purple suit. Man, he
Yeah.
is he is looking good in that suit. He's like, "Oh
It's
yeah.
definitely his color, like,
Yeah."
if I was wearing that, I look like Grimace from McDonald's. But that man but that man actually could pull it off, and then he puts on that, like, nice hat at the end too, and I'm like, "Dang, you kinda look
Oh
good in that."
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and he says that he's not the mugshot. He's not who the mugshot is. That's not him. I'm not who they are trying to make me out to be. And Elton the lawyer again tells us that Wayne Ivy, who was the shitty sheriff, has
Mhm.
actually been sued for his use of the Wheel of Fugitives because like we said, a large number of people featured on that show were not fugitives.
Mhm.
He's still pushing the show. He
Of
doesn't seem
course.
to care. Of course, it's that whole freaking situation with the mermaids episode. We stick to our own. We protect our
Mhm.
own. They can do no wrong. He probably got to like, oh, you don't get to eat 5 donuts today. No donuts for you, and that was his punishment. So
Yeah,
that
like a
bull
slap
crap.
on the wrist, but he
Yeah.
still, like, posts on YouTube like a little
Mhm.
weirdo.
Yeah. And then Carl again is here to tell us that um, if you have a sheriff named Wayne Ivy spinning a wheel for it, you can almost be certain there's gonna be a screw up. And then they come to this random man who's sitting on his like couch. I think I had that couch in my basement in like
Mhm.
1980s. That same couch. He says anyone can make a YouTube channel, and this cop started the Wheel of Fugitives. Wideneck ended up showing up on there, and Wideneck got a successful YouTube channel. It's a great economy that we've got. That's
Wise words, bud, wise words.
yeah, and Charles is all in on buying that suit, by the way, that purple suit. And he says he's
Mhm.
gonna be the Papa Duck and have all these little baby ducklings following him. So he's very excited about that. And then about the county sheriff, he's like he's telling us, regarding the sheriff, that arrested him and everything like that. They got him out of the hood. He's good with them now.
Mhm.
Carl is very proud of Charles. He's 100% on Charles's side. He also says a lot of crazy headlines are fake, but in Florida they are all true.
Oh, yeah.
And then since this is the season finale, it just ends with bloopers of, them like
Everything.
making like, mistakes and stuff like that. It's very good. So that is Mugshot.
Yeah.
Yes, those were two very good. We will continue with season 2. Season 2, we're getting more famous people, I think.
Okay.
Um, like Jeremy Renner's in the first one.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
king.
And a couple other people are in there too. There's a
Yeah,
couple comedians that I've noticed. In true fashion, it's great.
perfect.
The next two that we will be doing is season 2, episode 1 and 2. Those are entitled Speedy and Pizza Man.
Pizza man, I like it.
And your buddy that you like from what is his name?
Which one?
Adam Devine who's the one from the singing show, the singing movie,
From Pitch
Pitch
Perfect?
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, Adam Devine.
Adam Devine. Okay, so he
Mm.
is in Pizza Man. He gives a gem of a performance.
Oh my god, my king. I love him so much.
It
He
will
is literally my favorite in Modern Family.
it will involve him, drugs, and Little Caesars pizza. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Yes. The big 3. Adam Devine, drugs, and Little
Yes.
Caesars pizza.
And Speedy Man will involve Jeremy Renner in an amazing
Perfect.
wig, a dog,
Perfect.
and a casino boat.
Oh, amazing.
Great
Oh my god,
stuff.
I'm so
And those next 2 will be
excited.
very fun, yeah. I do hope they come out with season 3. I know we already talked about that because, like I said, we'll continue to
Yeah.
cover it. Whether we do a good job or not, we don't care. Whatever, it's a bonus
No,
episode.
we just kinda love it.
Yeah. Your dad's still downstairs playing. You can hear him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to say one thing about your dad for everybody that plays the Call
Like
of
video
Duty.
games and
Yeah,
stuff.
the newest Call
Mhm.
of Duty. So I like to watch my husband play video games. He'll play
Mhm.
like right now he's playing Silent Hill 2 because it was free or something. It's like a
Ooh,
remake
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
the PS5. So I love watching like the story games and the like scary games. I love to watch him play games, and especially when there's puzzles. I love to like solve those puzzles and stuff,
Mhm.
help him with that. But I do watch, the shooting games, and he'll play with his friend online. And when I watch your dad play, I'm so used to watching him play, and he dies like
Mhm.
every other thing. Okay.
Yeah, his kill like, his death to kill ratio is really
Yeah.
bad.
Now your brother comes home from
He's incredible at video
for Christmas
games.
break, and I'm watching him play,
That's
and
how it's supposed to be played.
he's
That's how
killing
the
like
game is
40 guys like,
Mhm.
in a row, like, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 and then he
Yeah,
like,
that's how
something
the game's
falls
supposed to
from
be
the
played.
sky, and he's blowing people up with robots, and, like and
Yep.
then, like, he'll eventually get sniped or something like that, but
Yeah.
yeah and then I told your dad one day, I go, how come you and Billy your game doesn't look like that? Are you guys playing a different game than Brady plays?" He's like,
Nope, they're
"Shut
definitely playing
up!
the same game.
Shut up, I'm doing my best. Braden's just too good at it. He's
Yeah.
too good."
Brady
Like,
is really
he's
good.
he won't put the game paddle down. That's your dad's excuse.
I
Sir,
mean,
you have played like
he
200 hours of
doesn't.
it. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
funny.
but he definitely has the same amount of time as him, though.
Yeah, but it's funny, like, again, I don't know, like, the whole thing of it, but I know, like, there's, like, prestige levels,
Yeah.
and when you join a game, I think they usually have
It
kind of,
puts
like,
you in common.
the same
Yes.
amount of, like, levels, sort of.
Yeah, for
Um,
the most part, like, if you're
yeah,
prestige 1, then they put you pretty much with, like,
yeah.
same people.
Well, your brother, he plays on your dad's profile when your dad's not, around. Like, he'll play for your
Yeah,
dad,
yeah, yeah.
and he is so good at it. And, he's in college, so he's up to like 3 in the freaking morning and he's
Yeah,
playing this.
if he sleeps at
And
all.
he is so far up the ladder that when your dad plays and gets placed in these game rooms with these people that are like prestige 3 or whatever
Yeah,
high
they're like
level.
these are the people that are, like, streaming on Twitch because they do this for a living.
Right, right. Your dad doesn't stand a chance. I mean, he literally spawns and he's dead. He spawns, he's dead. He spawns, he's dead. He's gonna kill me. He don't listen to this anyways. He don't listen to this podcast.
No,
He'll
it's
never.
so
He'll never hear.
funny
But
because
it's
it's
just
so
it's
true.
funny. Does anybody else have like a like a husband, significant other, wife,
Oh my gosh.
literally anybody?
That
It's
plays.
that you're watching this and you're just like, you see those 2 different, like, or you're great at it and your,
Mm.
friend or somebody plays it and they're just like, they stink at it and you're just like, "Oh."
Yeah,
It's just
not
funny to
this
watch the
again.
difference because 'cause I'm watching your dad and he's like, "Kill, kill, kill, kill." He'll shoot a guy 30 times and the guy will not die. The guy shoots your dad once and it's the
Dead.
same gun and he's
Mhm.
dead. Brady literally is one shot. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
I go to your brother, I go, "Do you have a special gun that if you that shoots a guy one time and kills him?" And he's like, "No, you just shoot him in the head." I was like, "Oh." He goes, "Dad doesn't know how to do
No, he does not. He does
that."
not.
So that's my Call of Duty story. But I did
Yeah.
make him buy. Okay, so I love Fallout. I love the show Fallout because I love Walton
I'm
Goggins.
almost done with it.
I love
I'm
Walton
on the,
Goggins.
like,
He's
4th
so good in it.
episode
And
of
Ella
season
Purnell is really
2.
good too. And of course,
She is amazing.
our love, Kyle MacLachlan. Oh my God, I love that
Duh, my
man
king.
since the beginning of
I don't
time.
care if he's a villain. We will do Twin Peaks eventually because
Eventually.
my
We
king.
yeah, but yeah, and, he will not he's so cheap, he will not buy any of the, like, characters when there's, like, cool characters, um, but I made him buy Lucy because I was like
Yeah,
Brady won out the ghoul and everything, so he
that's
got that
cool.
whole thing because
The
again
ghoul has gotta be sick to have.
yes,
He's so
and
cool.
I was like, "We're gonna have the ghoul." I don't care about Maximus. Whatever,
Mhm.
I really don't like that part of the storyline, but whatever. But I love, Lucy, and
Leave Maximus alone.
she's so cute in it, and she's like, "Okie dokie."
She is
She
so
says that in the game, and I'm like,
cute.
"Yes."
Okie dokie, and then she's, like, cutting off that guy's head, like,
Yes.
"Hello."
I know, she's a great character.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
No,
Walton
I will
Goggins.
ship
Mm,
Maximus and Lucy till the day I die, it's fine.
yeah,
But
I just like that show.
there's
That was a good
nothing
show.
going on, though, right now because, of course, they're on separate paths, but it's fine.
Yeah, they'll get back together eventually, I'm
I hope
assuming,
so.
so, yeah, but, yeah, so that's It's Florida Man and my my rant against,
Oh my gosh.
Call of Duty that your dad's still playing. He's gonna be like, "Oh man, look, I was number 1." And I'm like,
You know
"You
what? At
killed
least
13 people
yeah,
and you were number
at
1."
least yeah. Hey, I have more kills than deaths this time, finally. Finally.
Never happens. See,
But
this
at
is what you
least
get
he's
for not
not
listening to the podcast, buddy.
at least he's not forcing you to watch The Burnt Peanut. I think he's so funny, but
Oh.
that guy is just so strange.
Mm.
And, like, it's just, like, it's fun to watch because I literally have no idea what our Great Raiders is, but, like, listening to this guy is so funny, but he definitely He is screaming profanities like Kim. I am screaming
Profanity.
profanities.
Yes. You know who I do want, and I love, and I'm always behind because I'm just on Instagram. Um,
Mhm.
I think his name's Jordan. I think it's like Howlett or something. He's the one that throws the glasses. Have you seen him?
Oh,
I love
yeah, where
him.
he, like, finds something new and then he,
Yeah.
like
He's
and
like,
then
"Come
he's just
closer."
like
And
yes, that
and
guy.
he's had, like, Michael B. Jordan on it. He had,
Mhm.
Willem Dafoe was on one of his
Oh my
things.
god, I love Willem
Idris
Dafoe.
Elba, I'm just like, this is just all beauty, and I
Yeah,
love watching him. One, he's absolutely adorable, so I just love watching
he is
him, and,
adorable.
he'll be like, "Don't worry, I'm on a plane to Korea right now to try this dessert," and then he'll try the
Yeah.
dessert, and then I'll go and then he takes glasses, he throws them. It's really it's stupid, but I
No, I
enjoy
do like him
I
though, he's on
enjoy
my For
I
You page all the
enjoy
time.
watching it because now that he had Shakira on and she
Yeah.
taught her how to throw the glasses. He goes, "No, no, you throw your own glasses. You don't throw my glasses." Stuff like that. It's just really cute. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'm a nerd, and that's what I watch on
No,
Instagram.
he's on my For You page too.
Him and Lucy Darling. Those are the 2 people I watch because I love
Yeah,
Lucy Darling.
I love that.
Yeah. So, yay. It's people have already turned this off. They're like
They're like, "Stop it. Are you ladies done
they're
chattering?"
like, "ADHD, just keep going to different
Uh,
subjects." I do have oh, speaking of
you definitely have
ADHD
undiagnosed ADHD.
speaking of ADHD, your dad bought me a game, and it's
Okay.
called A Little to the Left,
Okay.
and it was free on PS5, okay,
Sure.
and it's literally fixing, if
To
like a
straighten them out.
straighten out pictures,
Mhm.
it is puzzles, but they'll give you pencils, and you got to figure out how these pencils need to be organized.
Nice.
And you're like, oh, you go by the
Oh.
eraser, but some of them can be done like two different ways. So it could
Oh,
be you could
okay.
do the erasers, or you could do the
Or, like,
pencil
by
tips.
length or
hmm
something or
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
there's like
yeah.
a candle one where you got to burn all the candles to the same length. You can relight them and burn them down.
Oh.
And anyways, so it's this game that your dad's like, oh, this will keep
Mhm.
you busy. I beat it in 3 days. I beat
Yeah, I
it
was
I beat
gonna
it
say,
today.
it's like Power
Yeah,
Wash Simulator all over again.
yeah, which I gotta get the second one.
I literally have 84 hours of House Flipper on my PC,
Yeah.
but now I no longer have a PC because Brady refuses to fix it.
Mm, yeah.
It's
Alright,
fine.
Brady, let's go. He's got
It's
multiple.
yeah, he's had it for, like since, like, October, I wanna say. I brought it over for Halloween, I'm pretty sure, and it's
Mm,
still I have no idea.
alright, Brady, come on. I think once he comes home for summer break, maybe?
Okay, well, he literally lived with me for winter break, and he still didn't do anything,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Boys.
yeah, that's
Men.
okay.
He's
It's
a man.
fine, I'll still grind on Dream My Valley, it's fine.
Yeah, I got nothing to do left in there. It's like no tasks
Well,
available.
they're coming out with Lady and the Tramp, though, for you in, like, a couple weeks, I
Yeah,
think.
I did see that. I'm like, "Hmm." Yeah, so
I
my
want
my video gaming is Dreamlight Valley. It's like
mhm.
270 hours, and then it's
Oh, yeah, got plenty of
power
hours on it.
washing is
Yep,
like 100 hours.
yep.
And so when they do the 2025 wrap up, it's literally just 2 games that I've played.
Mhm.
And now this year it's gonna be A Little to the Left. So
There you
if
go.
you are OCD, ADHDs, just like that kind of stuff, that's a good game because it's
There you go.
free on the PS5 if you've got like the
Why not?
online thing
It's
or
free.
whatever. Yeah, so it's great. All right, enough talk about video games. We will. I'll get this up as soon as possible. We do have The Legend of Billie Jean that we've already taped that will be coming out as well.
Mhm.
Our next regular episode, we are going to be doing Hackers. 90s.
Yep.
Angelina Jolie, Matthew Lillard.
Prime Angelina Jolie.
Yes, Johnny Lee Miller. Oh, that man.
Oh, yeah, 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 I forgot about him.
Yeah, that's a handsome man. He's
Yeah.
still a handsome man. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing is I'm talking with my hands, hitting the thing. Yeah, so hope you liked the episode. Like and subscribe. It's free. It is free. I keep mentioning that, not
Mhm,
mentioning that it's free. It's free to do. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just hit the
mhm.
button, and all it does is just tell you when we have a new episode, so if you're worried
Mhm.
about that, that's all it does. We don't charge anything, we don't make any money off of this if we just do it
No, we're
because
just
we
doing
feel
it for
like it.
fun.
Because like the man
Yeah.
said, YouTube, anybody can have a YouTube channel, so if we can have
Yeah.
one, literally anyone can
We
have one.
Wheel of Fugitives.
Wheel of Fugitives next to
What
Wheel
the
of Fish.
hell?
Red
Yes.
snapper.
Tasty
um,
fish.
yeah. So, yeah. So join us for the next episode. Of Butterscotch Rewatch. I'm Katie, the Gen X mom,
And I'm Ireland, the Gen Z daughter.
and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.